Hello YouTube, this is going to be my top 10 anime list. I'm going to start with number 10 and go down to number 1. So let's get started. My number 10 favorite anime is Death Note. By far my most unique anime on this list. It was really complex. You had to be pretty smart to understand the show, and just some of the stuff that happened in it was just absolutely insane. If you have never seen this anime, I highly recommend that you watch it, even if you aren't a fan of anime. It's just crazy. The main character is Light Yagami, and he pretends to be God, but I think that's enough about the series. If you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it on either YouTube, Hulu, Netflix. It's on all this. Okay, so number 9 is going to be Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood and Full Metal Alchemist. They're both my number 9. It's pretty much, it's the same characters, it's not the same series, there's a different storyline with both. If you were just going to watch one of them, watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's a lot better. It's closer to the manga as well. So yeah, that's my number 9. Let's see, number 8 would be Naruto, the first series. It's pretty funny. It's got some action in it. Probably not as much action as the second part of this story, which is Naruto Shippuden. But yeah, it would be my number 8. So, number 7. Number 7 would be Dragon Ball. It is by far the funniest out of the 3 stories of Dragon Ball. I don't even consider GT part of this series though, but if you would, this is by far the funniest out of all 3 of them. Tells a story about Goku, and yeah, I don't think I need to say much more. This would be my number 7. Number 6. My number 6 would be Naruto Shippuden. This is really action intense. It's definitely a lot more serious than Naruto, and overall it's a good series. So now we're going to go to number 5. My number 5 anime series would be Yu-Yu-Hakusho. This was amazing when it was on Toonami as a kid. It's very adult. It's just a good series overall. A lot of blood, a lot of action. Not much comedy in it. I would say overall, I think you're going to notice a pattern with my top 5 favorite animes. There's not much comedy in them. They're all action, fighting type shows. That's just the kind of anime that I prefer. So this would be number 5. Number 4 would be, yes, number 4 has to be Rurouni Kenshin. This show is awesome. This would be another one of my unique animes on my list. It's a historical anime. It's fighting, just like the rest on my top 5 list. It's just awesome. Main character is Kenshin Himura, who is known as Batosai, the Manslayer. He killed in the Revolutionary War, the Meiji Revolutionary War, it's just a really good show. I don't think there's much more I need to say about this show. If you're an anime fan and you have not seen this series, watch it. I highly recommend you watch it. Number 3. This one has come out of nowhere. It was not even on my top 10 until I saw the show, and then it slowly started working its way up. Number 3 is Fairy Tail. This is comedy. This is action. This reminds me a lot of Dragon Ball, the original series, but it's more action-oriented than the original series of Dragon Ball Z. They use magic. There's violence. There's tons of action. Each character has very intricate story lines to them. Trying to think, is there anything else I could think about this? It's a shonen anime. Pretty much every one of my top 5 are big shonen animes. One of them that you might notice that's not even in my top 10, I actually don't like it, is One Piece, but this is awesome. So let's go to number 2. Number 2 is Bleach. This was my replacement for when Dragon Ball Z ended. It took a while for me to find another series that was able to fill that void of Dragon Ball Z being gone, but this was a good replacement. It is very action oriented. It focuses on many different characters. One problem they say with Bleach is that it doesn't focus enough on the main character, who is Ichigo. There's a lot of filler in this show, just like my number 1 anime. Characters are awesome. Storyline is awesome. I don't think I need to say much more. Bleach is my number 2. And number 1, if you couldn't guess it just from me talking, it's definitely Dragon Ball Z. Yep. Dragon Ball Z / Kai is my number 1. I put them in the same spot because they're pretty much the same show. If you're looking for an adult take on this series, go with Dragon Ball Z Kai. By far the best way to watch this series. If you want to see it all the filler, everything, especially if you watched as a kid, go with Dragon Ball Z. And for the format, I recommend buying it in. If you decide to buy it, is Dragon Box. They're quite expensive, especially this one. 1 and 2 are really expensive. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're not too bad. I would recommend, if you were looking to buy the Dragon Boxes, starting with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you look really, really hard and are dedicated, you can find 1 and 2 for a rather reasonable price. I say reasonable. You're probably going to have to pay about $100 a piece for the first and second one. But definitely by far the best out of all the anime that I watch, in my opinion. Now, if you don't agree, post what your 5 or 10 favorite animes are. Comment, maybe you do agree. If you do agree, let me know why you agree.